seekingrealestate.com, making real estate easy. And we're just going to cover some stuff from the lending side. And could you tell us a little bit about what you do and what your job is about?
Sure. So my name is Joseph Casella, and I work for Integrity Mortgage Group. And the way I look at it in the circles is, this is the most important part of the home buying process. Because let's be honest, you can't buy a home if you can't get a loan. So basically, most of my business comes from referral partners and in the real estate business. My wife is in real estate as well. And so when I meet a client, the most important thing is to establish that trust and build that relationship up. We're going to be working together for a while. So we're going to be some very intimate details of your life, because I'm going to need to know. The most important part of this, again, is the ability to repay the loan. And we talk about that all the time in the mortgage world, the ATR, ability to repay. When you apply for a loan, it's my job is to prove to the lenders that you have the ability to repay that loan.
Okay. And so let me ask, I've always heard this because my wife does real estate and things of that nature. So I'm wondering, what's the difference between pre-approval and pre-qualification?
It's a great question, Ezra. I'm glad you asked that, because a pre-qualified letter is simply that me and you had a phone call. You told me about your expenses. You told me about your income, and I haven't verified anything. I'm just going on the word that you've told me. So I'll give you a pre-qual letter if you want to go look at houses. The pre-approval letter is a whole other world, because what I'm now saying to the agents or the sellers of the home is, I have taken in your application, I have verified all of your income, I have verified all of your assets, your liabilities, and I've proven that I can get you the loan. So when I give you the pre-approval letter, it actually goes into what's called a desktop underwriter approval. And with that, I'm actually getting underwriter's approval on that loan. So when I come back to you, I'm saying, yes, I know I can process this loan for you, Ezra. Here's my pre-approval letter with underwriting approval that comes with it.
So let me ask this. So for you guys out there that are going, if you're in this market, and we can both agree that this market is just moving crazy fast.
Yes.
Last I checked, I think the average home days on market was like 20 days or something like that, which is crazy because the loan process is extensive in itself, which means homes are selling within a couple days being on the market. So for you guys that are looking for homes out there, what would you recommend doing as far as the loan process goes? Could they still do the pre-qual, or is it in their best interest just to go to straight pre-approval?
It's in your best interest to get a pre-approval letter. When you get your pre-approval letter, you're saying you're ready, willing, and able to buy.
But today, what we're here to talk about is the VA loan. So there's some confusion around VA loan, even when I was doing it, because now they have where there's no money down advertising going out for the VA loan.
Sure.
Can you tell us a little bit about the VA loan, and if for the veterans out there, like what can they expect when they're going to get a VA loan?
Sure.
And what they need to do?
Yeah. So a few things in a VA loan. First of all, thank you for your service. We do take great care of our veterans. You have to get what's called a COE, a certificate of eligibility. Your lender can do that for you, or you can do that for yourself. You simply log on to the VA.gov website, and you simply type in your information. They'll give you what's called your COE. On your COE, it's going to have different entitlements to it. So if you might have a 40% entitlement, 100% entitlement. So for the sake of our discussion, if you're 100% disabled and you'd like a VA loan, well, that's the best loan you can get, because with that, you don't have what's called a VA funding fee. And all VA loans have a funding fee with them. So the advantage is, if you're a disability or 100% disabled, well, now you don't have any funding fees that come with that. Most people are going to pay an average of 2.3% on that VA funding fee. That's due at time of closing. But you can also have a first use and a subsequent use of that as well. So a first time subsequent use, if you're putting down 10% or more, it's only 1.4%. And I think it's really important to remember that's only a one-time fee. So it's really important to remember VA funding fee is a one-time fee that you pay when you purchase the home. Now, if you go to purchase a second home after you sold your VA loan, because you can only have one VA loan at a time. So when you go to do your second loan, you'll still depend on how much your down payment's going to be, and it's going to require your COE again, because we have to check your certificate of eligibility to see how much of that entitlement that you have left. But it's really important to get with your lender. Get with your lender, get on the phone. We'll have questions for you. I say the same thing, Ezra, all the time. Listen, when you fill out an application, it's not your job to know the application. It's my job. So as you fill out the application, you're going to have questions. Write down those questions. After you submit the application, that application comes to me, and I'm going to review it. And after I review the application, I'm going to have questions as well. So after I review it and you filled it out, we get back together, we get on a phone call, and by the time you ask the questions and I ask my questions, I guarantee you we're going to have a solid application that I'm going to have a lot of confidence in submitting then to the underwriters.
All right. So just to kind of recap, one of the main points there, even though it's no money down for the vets, I'm a vet as well. I've done this a few times. It's 2.3%.
Is the average.
So if that $100,000 loan, easy math, that's $2,300 that you have to have down for the funding fee for that $100,000 mortgage that you're applying for, which I don't even know if there is $100,000.
Yeah, there is.
They're out there.
They're out there. Sure they are.
So there is no. Now let me ask this: can you roll that VA funding fee into the loan?
Yes.
So you can technically have no money down for the loan itself, except for closing costs, correct?
Yes.
So you'll have some closing costs in there, but you can roll that VA funding fee into the loan. But there has to be room, correct?
There has to be room. It all depends on how much eligibility left that you have on your COE, your certificate of eligibility. And that's where you need to, again, work closely with your lender, because we can check that for you. Again, most people, they get intimidated by the loan process. And that's why we're here, to make it easier for you. Of course, you're going to have lots of questions. You don't do this every day for a living. I do. So the most important thing, again, check your COE or get with your lender and let's check your COE together. I have a filer right now who's a veteran. He's 100% disabled. He's going to the closing table with almost no money. His real estate agent was able to negotiate closing costs on his behalf that the seller is going to give him. So he's literally walking into a $250,000 asset now that'll be his, with no money out of his pocket.
Oh, that's great. So, and one of the ways, so if you look at it from this perspective, if you're approved up to, let's say, and we'll just keep it simple numbers, $300,000, and you get a $225,000 home, you're pretty much going to be able to roll that money into that.
Yeah.
Correct. So that's what he's talking about. That's what we're talking about if you have room to go, if you're approved for much greater and the VA got you up to that point and you get less, you can roll that into the loan without worrying about it.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate it so much, and I hope this helps you vets out for understanding what's going on, because it is constantly changing. I think the latest update to VA was it was sometime in this last year. They had an update to their loaning process where it was the no money down VA funding. So just stay tuned to more videos that we'll have. We'll have definitely, because this is such a deep and complex topic for funding for homes, and we'll have more videos coming out so you guys can at least get some knowledge of what you're looking at before you actually jump into the home process. You can look at this stuff, and if not, you can always reach out to Joe here, and he'll be able to help you out. He's with IMG, and we'll have his information in the link below, so you can reach out to him.
That's what we're here for.
And it takes the change anxiety. It takes some of that change anxiety and stress out of it, having that information, especially from someone that's knowledgeable and knows what they're doing in the market. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
All right, bye guys.
See ya.
If you want to stay informed on real estate in the Florida market, hit the like and subscribe button below, and please leave a comment.